Alright, hey everybody, just making a video today for Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. This video will be a first impressions on the game itself and how it handles, how it performs, just an overall what I think of it. By no means am I a professional reviewer or critic. So just enjoy, sit back and relax. I'm gonna give it a shot. Create operative. Right, so quickly, before we do anything else, let's check the settings. Subtitles, speaker indicator, HUD scale, profanity filter, off. Master 50-50-50, that's good. So far, so good. Okay. Video. Alright, let's see here. Field of view. Might have to adjust this as the game goes on. However, what it's set to should be fine. 4K, full screen, resync off, DLSS off, or on, sorry. Sharpening, anti-aliasing, yes. I do not like anti-aliasing on a lot of games. I find it blurs the image. It smooths everything down. However, it makes everything blurry as well, which I'm not a fan of. Everything else, ooh, look at that volumetric fog. Look at that. Motion blur off. Again, do not enjoy motion blur. It's a very easy way to mask performance issues, and I'm not about that. Lens quality. Forget if that's another version of motion blur. We'll find out. Lens flare. Everything. Sunlight only. All lights. Let's keep it. Oh, what is this? How many ragdolls are active? Significantly increases CPU usage. Set to low. What's up to 50 bodies? Interesting. That's fine. 12 bodies should be fine. If not, we'll adjust it. Max weapon impact. That's gibbing. Oh. Well, that's where I go. Interesting. It's very detailed for the video settings. Put. Again, apologies. Just bear with me here. Okay, so didn't have to adjust the settings too much. Let's create an operative. I'll go through the 4 that are here. Let's see. Is it veteran? Oh no. Okay, so veteran, sharpshooter, troopers of the Astra Militarum, so the Imperial Guard. Veterans are valued as skilled and seasoned warriors for the Emperor of Mankind. Whenever they talk about the Astra Militarum, that's just a fancy word for the Imperial Guard. And the Imperial Guard, in short, in the Warhammer 40k world, are essentially the backbone of mankind in general. They are the backbone of the army, essentially. So while you have the Space Marines are very specific. There's not many of them. They get called in, whereas every planet has some form of an Astra Militarum, so an Imperial Guard. That is their, consider it almost like a self-defense force, if you will. Whereas, again, the Space Marine legions are very specialized, and there's only so many of them, so they have to pick and choose where they are. Whereas, again, every planet will have millions, sometimes millions of Imperial Guard. And they're just regular human beings. They're not genetically modified in any capacity. I'm rambling. Zealot, preacher. Zealots are fanatically pious. warriors, am I pronouncing that right? Bias. Who rage in fervor in the Emperor's name leads them to places those of lesser faith would fear to tread. Zealots. Interesting. I don't know much about zealots, actually. I mean, realistically, holy, I'm guessing. Let me know. Psychers. Psychic mutants, or psychers, draw power from the Immaterium to fuel their formidable mental abilities. They are viewed with suspicion as witches throughout the Imperium. Yes, because psychers connect to the warp, and the warp is poo-poo. Not poo-poo, but it's where you can potentially be tainted by the Chaos Gods. Alright, so, and I believe this is pronounced Ogrin Skullbreaker. Ogrins are massive, powerful abhumans, often used as shock troops for the Astra Militarum. They are strong, loyal, but have limited intelligence. These guys, yes, pretty dumb. Apparently they don't like to go into vehicles. They're very claustrophobic because the vehicles are small. However, they're very good fighters. All of these as well, they come from the Warhammer 40,000 universe. They are miniatures, um, and you can actually check them out on the Games Workshop website if you're interested in that. I've always been interested in Warhammer 40,000, and having it in a game is even better because I myself don't partake in the miniature building because that alone is a very expensive, time-consuming hobby on its own. So this is the kind of the meat in the middle for me. I think for now, we'll just go default. And if I want to break off and choose something else, I will choose something else. We will... Oh, you can even go... I didn't even go into all the abilities, but essentially these are the abilities: volley fire, make every shot count. So this guy's good at shooting. Oh, plasma guns. Plasma guns are very effective. They can only shoot so many times because for the fear of overheating or exploding. However, they're high damage. Yeah, I know in the Warhammer, like in the, I could just say tabletop game, just to keep it short, plasma guns are very effective, but they do cost a lot of points. Let's see here. Close range, high damage charge. I feel like this is a melee. Harden. Yes, until death. Yes. Flamers. Of course, the Zealot. Two-handed chainsword. Sweet. Wow. And then this guy will be essentially your brain burst. 4 swords, 4 staves. Okay. And Skullbreaker. Stab shields. Grenadier gauntlets. To put it short, this is your kind of your default. This is your DPS. This is your oh, actually, you know what? I shouldn't even be speaking. This could be like your mage. This could be your tank. And these two. One of them's DPS, and the other one's gonna be something else as well. Look at me. I'm so ill-informed. So behind in the times. I don't know. But let's go with the veteran sharpshooter. I have to pick a homeworld. Okay. Cadia. I was not expecting a picture of rubble. That's awkward. Because if you follow the story, it's very close to where the warp tear happened, and then there was a huge assault on the planet itself. It's just kind of because you go to all the other ones, right? It's like, oh, nice picture, like planets, blah blah blah. And then you just go back to Cadia, and it's just fucking debris. Okay, Crucis, considered the second world of the Mobian domain, large shrine world and a population destination for pilgrimages. Messalina Gloriana, Heavenly Forces Moon. Ba, 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 ba. Rosarians are the butt of many jokes, considered backwards by other Mobians, and yet they are hardworking and honest to a fault. Rednecks. That's so insensitive. I'm sorry. Just, I shouldn't say that. Branks Magna, thriving industrial world, densely populated by the Mobian domain, teeming billions, manning its continent-spanning manufactorums, night and day. Manufactorums, manufacturing, factories, building weapons, equipment, supplies for mankind in general. Incron, oceanic world, inhabit vast high violence. Naval depot. Oh. Naval as in not the sea, but space. Acadia, Imperium's most mark at the beginning era, the Dark Imperium. Warnak, small grim mining world for its hellish conditions, which produce a famously hardy and dour populace. Early self-sustaining world, expanding quickly. Look at that. So this this planet seems to be the only one that's regular out of everything. Does it really matter? Shrine world. I don't want a shrine world. Let's just do this one. This one looks the prettiest. Oh god. One's character is defined by childhood experience, or so they say. Like so many others in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, you had a tough upbringing, but unlike many, you got through it, with scars to prove it. Militia lackey. The pressed youth of a planetary militia rarely achieved any rank nor garner any glory. If they're lucky, they might learn some survival skills while serving as trench runners or ammo monkeys. Oh god. This is a horrible universe to be in. Mind Thrall. A place at an Imperium orphanage does not come cheap. Those orphans deemed fit and able are often sent to the mines where they toil at back-breaking work to pay off their debts to their generous benefactors. Hive Urchin. Algae Farmer. Let's just do Militia Lackey. Growing up. There aren't a lot of options for folk like you growing up, but you had to find a way to overcome the trials of youth, by fair means or foul. Enlisted. The militia are the first line of planetary defense and serve as a fertile recruiting ground for the larger and better equipped forces of the Astra Militarum. Hive Ganger. Yes, Hive Gangs. Very apparent in the 40,000 universe with Hive cities. Hive gangs are territorial criminal organizations that run all manner of rackets in the lower depths of the Hive worlds. The most hard-bitten gangers are highly sought after as recruits for the Astra Militarum, although most would rather die in a pit fight than serve the Emperor as a soldier. Because they're, in a way, it's a double-edged sword, because if you go into this, you're basically in a fanatical group where you're going to be fighting for the Emperor of mankind, whereas if you're just dying in a pit fight, at least you're still human in a way of some sort. Um, let's get this straight. Being a space marine or is not as awesome as it sounds. They embrace death, and all they want to do is kill in the name of the Emperor. Comfort through discipline. Conscripted. Being told. Hive guide. Witness to a crime. Unpaid debt. Let's just say I don't want to voluntarily join. Let's just be told that we're joining. That's very 40k. Guess what? You're part of it. You've been through a lot. This struggle This struggle you call life demanded it. But through all the hardships and all the triumphs, one incident stands out in your memory, which has shaped you more than anything. Recruited, saved by the Sarge, field promotion, duel, warp storm, decorated for bravery, elite formation. Quickly read through these. Your Sarge gave her life to save. Again, another thing, you always assume that in the 40,000 universe, so in general, where are the women? There's women, and they die just as much as men. Let's see here, non-commissioned op. I like how they have to abbreviate NCO. I'm gonna go with warp storm because that if you come out of a warp storm untainted, that's that would be a defining moment because so much can go wrong in the warp. You can change this up. I might have to blur this. Those are nipples. Body type. Dude. Look, it's me. Wow. I didn't even have to change. I had to add gut, take out the mustache. My junk is clearly too large. Face. There's a pissed off Jackie Chan. Give me the biggest nose you got. Looks a lot like oh god. I'll get back to it. Just go with this guy. Eye color, doesn't matter. Hairstyle, bald. Hair, some hair. Randomize. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. Oh, he's got tattoos. Look at that. Look at that. That. See, this is. You ever wonder what you're paying thousands for in your GPU? This is it right here, folks. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You get that physics. Okay. If any of you guys watched No Country for Old Men, just running around. Let me just run around galaxy killing people with my very creepy haircut. Ooh, does he have a... Is there a Ronin style with like a ponytail? Kind of. I can be like Mr. Yakuza from the 41st millennium. Ooh, I kind of like that though. Just take it forever. Sorry guys. I could be a broom. As if this matters too, because I'm never gonna look at myself. It's in first person. To keep things simple, I will do. I don't like the fog. Where's the there it is. Peaky Blinders. Fucking Peaky Blinders. Can we give him a beard? Ooh, nice mustache. Let's do... This is so silly. Duty is forever. Skull tattoos. Nothing like getting face tattoos that's a number, so when you get your body blown up, they'll be able to identify. The fuck? Wow. You get the Post Malone of the 41,000 Millennium. If you just want the Aquila straight on your head. Let's get something cute. Duty is forever. Body tattoos. Pow, 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 pow. Run through this. Give me the biggest one you got. Cover me in tattoos. There we go. Ooh, that's kind of, you know what this looks like? It's like those Russian gangs. Terrifying. Line. So stereotypical. Just cover me up. Scanning around the tattoos. What's wrong with his eyeball? There you go. Don't make him tall. Don't make him short. Tall. Short. Short. Let's make him as tight as we can. So everything's gonna be huge. Like anything we fight, it's gonna be like, holy shit. Yeah, it looks fine to me. He's got the fancy mustache. Yeah, you look kind of creepy without it. Let's get you a mustache. Okay. All right. Your life choices have molded you to the happy. To the happy. What was my English? Your life choices have molded you to the person you are today. There's been happiness in your life, sure, but you're left with plenty of scars, and not just the physical kind. This is what you have become.
Just another day in the Imperial Guard. Only I'm not even part of the Guard any longer. Not since that business with the Commissar, the Court-Martial and the holding cell. Now, I'm part of this merry band of maniacs. For better or worse. Still figuring out what that means, exactly. But most of it seems to be putting the boot in on the Emperor's enemies and not getting executed for meeting the wrong stare funny. So I guess I'm better off. At least, so long as the ammo and grub don't run out.
Interesting.
Another day, another set of useless bloody orders from some useless bloody carker sitting safe in planetary orbit while I'm down here in the mud trying not to get me block knocked off. Just my carking luck. I mean, it wasn't my fault that a few things went missing from the stores now, was it? If they were needed for the war effort, then the quartermaster would have locked the door or at least placed a guard, wouldn't he? No. Wait, come to think of it, there was a guard. And a lot of blood.
I watched the world die. 8,000 years of defiance gone in an eye blink. And with it went some of the finest soldiers I had the honor to serve alongside. Not for glory, not for victory, not even for defiance, but because sooner or later, the void swallows everything. I learned something that day. No world, no bastion, maybe no faith is impregnable. The agents of the enemy are everywhere, watching, plotting, waiting. Only thing to be done with heresy is to root it out with fire and steel.
Just another day in the Imperial Guard. Only I'm not even part of the Guard any longer. Not since that business with the Commissar, the Court-Martial, and the holding cell.
I'll just go.
No!
I will just go with the professional. Ooh, this is where your life journey has led. You are a prisoner of the Imperium, convicted of a crime you may or may not have committed. But guilt is irrelevant at this point. Innocence proves nothing. A dereliction of duty. Punishment for dereliction of duty is often death, but in some cases the sentence is waived in exchange for service in a penal battalion. Oh, good lord. It's like, what's worse than the Imperial Guard? Being in a penal battalion in the Imperial Guard. Let's see. Insubordination, disobedience, real or implied, to imperial authority is enough to earn demotion, prison, or death. Misplaced faith, so powerful to the upper figures of the Adeptus Ministorum, that to draw their ire by questioning their faith or worldly habits is to invite a death sentence. Sedition. Nah, let's do dereliction duty. Okay. You're burn. I say you're burn. You burn. So you're born on that planet, like many hive juvies. Yep, juvies. You were drafted at an early age to serve a menial role in the local militia. You were conscripted to join the Mobian 54th Regiment of the Astra Militarum, beginning a life of military service that would span several hard-fought campaigns. On campaign with the Astra Militarum, you were stranded in a warp storm for nearly 2 years. Oh god. Oh god. You ran afoul of a superior from the upper hive and were wrongfully accused of abandoning your post. Because of the superior's testimony was suspect, the tribunal ordered hard labor over death. And so you were sent to the prison ship, the Tancred Bastion. You are aboard the Tancred Bastion en route to Automa Prime. Let's randomize it to see. Lamarck? No. Tower. Badlarn. Dar. Zek. Could do Zeke. Zeke would be fine. We'll come back. Saldar and Decut. Okay, it came back twice, so we're gonna do Zeke. Oh. You know what? Just do Zeke. There you go. Circuit. Are you sure? Yes. Curse the traitor. Condemn the weak. I'm so sorry. That must have taken 40 something minutes. I apologize for the long process of something that may or may not matter at the end of it all.
Prisoners all secure, ma'am.
I'll check for myself if you don't mind.
Of course, ma'am. But do be wary. Every one of them's a filthy heretic.
That one certainly is. Keep him intact. No accidents. My master wants to interrogate him as soon as we reach the hive.
Of course, ma'am. Upon my life.
This one, however.
Makes you wonder why we even bother shipping trash like that. Save a lot of data slate work just to process the execution notice now.
What do you say, criminal? Shall I put you out of your misery?
And ours, you would.
Be quiet. Well? Nothing to say?
This is a mistake. I am a loyal servant of the throne.
But of course, I'll just let you out now then.
Shame you'll never get to prove that.
Right up, Sarah! We're boarded!
Counterfire now!
Come with us, brother. We have a way out. What do we do about that one?
Nothing. The boxers will be here to feed soon enough.
Okay.
Ship's boarded. Convicts or not, have a duty to the Imperium.
Add it to ward gear. Oh. So I won't speak during the cutscenes, just to keep it simple. Ooh. Just a stamina in the game.
Fragging Poxwalker.
Poxwalker, melee combat. Alright. Nice. Oh, they go down pretty easy. That's nice. Oh, that's a lot of them. The game runs good so far. It reminds me of Doom 3 way back. Oh wow. But are we just... Oh. Alright. Heretic containment.
Don't reckon much to the security on this ship.
I need armed and response teams in the Block 87 Bay area. Press it drone and put into them.
I always feel bad for guys like this. The ones that died alone in a corner. Oh. This one's got armor. It didn't matter. God, it's like everyone's on their own. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, blue skidoo.
Train is shining. Good to know.
Where are my carking reinforcements? Security stations are overrun. We'll have to hold them in prisoner containment.
Storm incoming. Another dead guy. Any weapons? Weapons anywhere? Nice. Okay. Game handles the amount of people pretty well. That's very satisfying.
Reach a different deck. Hope that elevator's still working.
Very satisfying feel this game.
Great. You come for blood too, criminal? You said you were a loyal servant of the throne.
I did.
Then prove it.
Alright, got the las gun. Oh, very satisfying. Semi-fire, no, oh, fuck off.
Storm Raptor! Urgent extraction requested! The traitors have overrun the ship!
Confirmed. Storm Raptor inbound.
I'm giving you a chance. Cross me and you're dead. You understand, criminal?
Yes, Mum.
Oh yes, very satisfying. Doing a lot of dick shooting right now. In the name of the Emperor.
Storm Raptor to Zola. Coming in hot. Get to the database.
Understood.
Maybe I could hit something today. Pew, pew.
You're actually not bad at this.
That's militarum training for you.
41st millennium. There is only quads, ATVs. Oh God.
But Sophie, get us the hell out of here!
Stand by, Zola. The guidance is out. I need a minute to recalibrate.
Great. Let's give them a welcome they won't survive! More of them coming in!
Oh shit. Maybe I should actually look where I'm shooting and not just into the pile.
Fighting, agreed?
Don't know any other bragging way.
Masozi, you done any time soon?
Still alive out there. Guidance is reset, so we're out of here.
Well, you coming or not? You helped me. Maybe I can help you. No promises. You'll probably wind up dead.
I was dead anyway.
Very poetic. Just don't tell anyone I let an escaped prisoner save my life. Or you'll be more than dead.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, actually do get to look at my character.
Welcome to the Morning Star. Inquisitor Grendel's void ship, and you're home from now until you're no longer of use to us. Report to the Strategium at once. And don't make me regret sparing your life.
Okay, that's awesome. I think I'll leave it at that. I believe this recording is almost up to 2 hours. Be sure to stay tuned as I'll be releasing more footage of this game as I play along. Overall, first impressions, it's pretty. Gunplay's fairly decent. Story's really well done. The atmosphere is fantastic for the 40k universe. It's everything that you would expect it to be. And overall, I have no complaints. However, keep in mind it is just the first bit of it. Who knows? Maybe halfway through my opinion will change of this game, but so far so good. Really enjoying it. Thanks guys for watching.